It's game time in Philadelphia as the crowds at Wells Fargo Center look to cheer on the 76ers. And it's back to Miami for the Heat at the conclusion of today's game. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
Well, this team is a lot of fun to watch. Everything seems to be going their way, but they're making their own breaks now. They're taking advantage of situations and opportunities, but they're doing everything right at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, they've been putting on a clinic, Clark, and it has been fun to watch. I mean, with all the calls and bounces that have gone their way as well, it just seems like this is their time.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, presented by State Farm. Clutch in at shooting guard. Al Harrington is out there with LeBron James. And there's Haslam. And it's Wade in at the point guard position. And for the 76ers, Heinrich is out there with Evan Turner. Then it's Terrell Wright. Then it's Young. And it's Bynum at the center position. Here's LeBron. Thaddeus Young picking up that last basket. No good from LeBron. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, Kevin. Doug Collins and I chatted for just a bit. Of course, the conversation veered to the challenge of defending LeBron James, and he said there's not a lot of good options with him. He can really do it all. I think you just have to try and stay in front of him, and if he gets in close, you have to bring help. And guys, we've seen LeBron really force the issue as far as getting into the lane. We'll see how they do.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
You know, most great teams are really built around one or two stars and then some role players surrounding that core. But the Sixers are different. They don't have a superstar. So they've played the last few years with a group of young guys who are athletic, who play together, who defend, and they try to get out and run. So for the most part, it's been pretty successful. But again, so tough to win in this league at a high level without a star.
Shot's good by Turner.
Great move to get to the bucket and lay that one in. He's got the softest touch around the basket. Impressive.
Now the dish to Haslam. Here's Clutch. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And the jam by Udonis Haslam.
The defense caught dozing off that time.
Now those open dunks, pretty high percentage.
Yeah, you're not going to miss many of those. I mean, this is really a poor defensive effort.
Now here's Bynum. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
And a huge rebounding night as well, really controlling the glass.
The rebound by Turner.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And there are a group of teams that have found success, Steve, like that. You know, you can point at teams like, say, Memphis and the Indiana Pacers. You know them. And certainly, Clark, the 76ers along that same vein.
You know, Kevin, as Steve said, it's hard to win without a star, and you wonder if Philly will eventually shake things up to bring somebody in of that level. But I'm not quite sold on the fact that you can't do it at a high level with really good, cohesive players. And much like the Sixers, Grizzlies, Pacers, those teams have good young players, and I think they can be championship contenders if they keep developing.
Here's LeBron. Thaddeus Young picking up that last basket. And Haslam kicks to LeBron. Here's Clutch. Turner covering. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Here now a very select group of players in the NBA. Big men who can step away from the bucket and hit the three. Look at Harrington. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
And maybe most of the time a coach doesn't want to see his center or power forward drifting away from the hoop, but that's not the case with him.
It sure isn't. I mean, not when you can bury the three at that high a percentage. I don't care what size you are. When you can stroke it like that, you need to use that stroke.
Heinrich off a pick from Bynum. Heinrich with it. Wade picks him up. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
How about the nice, exquisite timing on that alley-oop? Well done.
Yeah, two teammates in total sync right there. You're right, Clark.
Very harmonic.
Oh, man, it was beautiful. The pass was delivered right to the hoop. Set up that jam. What you love about Thaddeus Young out of Georgia Tech is the small ball four position that he plays. He's so quick and active that he's a nightmare for opposing power forwards to cover. But he's long enough to defend bigger players at the other end of the floor.
Now here's Turner after LeBron James's miss. Here's Clutch. Got a piece of it. Heinrich with the steal. And now in transition is Heinrich. Here we go. And Wright kicks to Bynum. Wright sets a screen for Heinrich. Down low. It's hauled in by Dwayne Wade. And Thaddeus Young, great in transition. And
ridiculous. Tore it down that time.
You know, if he's got the ball in his hands and the basket in his sights, he's going straight to the rack.
special thanks to Sprite for that sweet replay. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And you chalk that loss up to poor shooting, guys. There was very little flow to their offense, and they really didn't find quality shots.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. It's a combination of poor execution and then no quality shots. They seem far too focused on doing it themselves, going solo, playing hero ball, we like to call it, versus cohesive team play.
Heinrich with the steal. He dishes it to Turner. Young dishes to Heinrich. Straight up. The teardrop falls in.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for them. At some points, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
Here's Clutch following the basket by Kirk Heinrich.
Doug Collins, such a great coach, really has changed the foundation here in Philadelphia, and also worked in the broadcasting business for many, many years. But that coaching bug has always been inside of him. Nice to see him go back to Philadelphia, the team that he played for in his career.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher, there's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played, inside. I mean, if you can go over the top like that, you've got a great advantage.
Young. Heinrich a screen on Harrington. Young passes to Turner. Kicks it to Bynum. Got it. Good job in the low post. Bynum's got his... And here are the Heat now. It's a three-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Boy, they were so good offensively in that game. It seemed like they had an open man to go to every time down the floor. Probably wasn't the best defensive effort that we've seen from their opponent.
Well, they should get some of the credit for that. I mean, they threw a few new wrinkles into their game plan, and the defense wasn't ready for it.
Here's Clutch. 76ers getting the bucket. Anthony kicks to Harrington. They grab their own miss. He kicks it to Jones. Knocked away. And stolen by Ivy. And now the fast break. Ivy with the ball. He feeds it to Bynum. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Bynum's got 8 points.
This team has to tighten up inside. Way too many easy hoops in the lane.
Yep, that's 5 straight buckets they've given up from the key now, and it's hurting them. Hasn't been able to get it going offensively. It's been a slow start for him.
Ivy kicks to Young. Allen up top. To the middle. Ellenelli. Clutch grabs the rebound inside.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick. Just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Both sides really coming out of the gate firing here.
Guys, they look like they were raring to go in this one. A lot of offense early on.
And Young kicks to Ivy. Passes it to Bellinelli. Shoots it. It's hauled in by the Heat. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
Yeah, I think they're a little better than this ball club, and it showed last year winning the season series.
A finish there that we almost never see out of him.
I don't know why not. Clearly he's got it in him.
It could be he just doesn't get the chance very often. He's not really their first option.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for Miami. The feed to Cole. Here's Clutch. What an amazing buzzer beater.
Boy, how about that? You want to talk about cool? How about cool, calm custom?
And I'll tell you what, a split second later, guys, and it's a totally different result here. What a shot.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Heat lead by 2.
On stands now. Grab the latest issue of 2K Style Magazine. Clutch with top billing. A growing icon looking good both on and off the court.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Big boost from their bench there, guys, in that first quarter. They did a nice job coming in and really giving this team a lift.
Yeah, it's a nice attribute to have. Firepower coming off the pine early. That's good stuff.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Miami, Clutch, he's in at small forward. Norris Cole and Dwayne Wade combine at guard. LeBron James is out there with Haslam. To the inside. Here's Turner. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Turner's got his third basket of the night. Here's Clutch. Pass to Wade.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Well, this fella can rise up there with the best of them.
Just a crazy finish, guys.
He's one of the few players with the athleticism to pull that off.
And that was Sprite bringing you the close-up on that big-time play. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. Clutch, in their last time out against the Bulls, delivered quite a performance. He had 29 points and an impact by finding his teammates over and over again. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Thanks, Doris, very much. I'm sure he's going to carry some of that great momentum, Clark, into tonight.
And that's the way it works, guys. A big game like that just carries over sometimes. We'll see.
Yeah, all of a sudden the rim looks big. Everything seems to come easy, and your game just flows.
Now here's Turner. He has 6. Here's Heinrich. There's the pass to Wright. 76ers moving the ball around. Turner. Again, Philadelphia. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Clutch. Feeds it to Cole. Here's Clutch. Guarded by Wright. Dishes it to Haslam, and the layup falls. Haslam's got 6 points.
Carving them up inside.
Bynum with a screen on Jones. Ivy dishes to Bynum. With the lead pass. Young's shot is off. The Heat leading by 5.
Well, if you had to guess who the highest paid player in the NBA was, you might guess Kobe Bryant, but you probably couldn't figure out who's number 2. That's Rashard Lewis. Got that big contract while putting up some big numbers in Seattle years ago. Orlando gave him that large deal, but hasn't quite been able to live up to it.
Allen with it. Rashard Lewis covering. That's a 2 from Bellinelli, and the foul called on Rashard Lewis. That's his first foul, and the Heat making a change here. Cole's checked in. Bynum kicks to Bellinelli. Here's Ivy. He passes it to Bellinelli. Rebound by the Heat. Harrington's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And for Rashard Lewis making top dollar. But you know, Clark, his production has been steadily diminishing over the last 5 years.
Yeah, and it's hard to figure out exactly why that is the case. He's always been a perimeter player, so you know he's not been physical. He's not really been hurt much. He did have an injury or 2. Maybe confidence has eroded some, but he hasn't quite been as productive as he was during his time in Seattle these last 4 or 5 years.
Here's Clutch. 29 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, huge impact defensively as well, Kevin. Remember, he had 3 blocked shots in that game.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Here's Cole. 6 points for him. Who is outside? Here's Clutch. No good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Allen's shot is off.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
The dish to Cole. He dishes it to Harrington. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harrington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Jarrell Wright's checked in for Bellinelli. LeBron, he's checked in for Miami. Wade comes in for James Jones. Allen, he's guarded by Harrington. Allen passes to Young. Kicks it to Ivy. 6 on the shot clock. From the high post. Shot's good from Young. Young's got 4 points in the quarter. The Heat leading by 8. Here's Cole. Right now averaging 5 points a game. Here's Clutch. And strong with the one-handed jam.
All business there, not messing around one bit. Flushed it right with one hand.
He never does, Clark. He never does.
Well, that's kind of his trademark, those slams like that one.
And Young kicks to Allen. Leads him in there. Wright dishes to Bynum. He kicks to Ivy. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin and Steve. I mean, everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
Well, it makes it so much tougher to defend, too, when you have to account for all 5 offensive players, and the ball just moves so quickly. Tough to defend that.
Shot from 16. Can't get it to go. Now the Heat take it the other way. And here comes the break.
Whoa. Don't do that to him. That was fantastic. Wow.
And Clark, the degree of difficulty.
Major.
That was amazing.
And Wright kicks to Bynum. Ivy. It's a pick by Bynum. Shot clock at 6. Up with it. Stuffs it through.
Well, you love his motor and the effort level that's there on the offensive boards. That's always there. And those are the kind of things that create extra possessions for a team. And ultimately, the NBA games are generally close. So 2-3 extra possessions in a game could turn out to be the difference between winning and losing.
And guys, he plays a tough brand of basketball. His biggest tool and asset is his strength. And he uses it every time down the court.
Here's Ivy. Let's go. Nice jump shot. Good. Ivy's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, when you look at...
And so that brings the first half to a close. It's the Heat up by 12. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Good evening. The halftime break is upon us, and let's get right to the first half recap. Heat came out like they had something to prove. Through 2 quarters, their offense has been simply unstoppable. Bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket, you get it. A sensational first half for Clutch. He has 13 points and is also helping set the table who's ready to eat. And no quitting the 76ers. They came to win. They've been very focused on the defensive end, generating steals, showing a high-level activity and aggression defensively. A solid performance by Thaddeus Young. He's got 14 points, and his defense has been very solid. He's been bothering shots. He's keeping his hands active, making it difficult for guys to score on him. And that's it for now. Thanks for stopping in with us. It's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, who are all ready with the call in the second half.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What can you say? Clutch, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, the whole offense has really been flowing through him here. He's pulling the strings. He's got everybody clicking.
Yeah, he's the cog in their scoring machine, all right. Every pass he delivers is on time and on target.
Bynum is out there with Young. Then there's Heinrich. Then it's Terrell Wright. And it's Turner in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doug Collins. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And offensively, they have yet to hit a shot. Slow start here to the second half.
The Heat leading by 12. Wade kicks to LeBron. The alley-oop pass. And it's Wade with the jam.
I don't think it's possible to make a better pass than that, guys.
And he finished so well, Clark, too. Not too shabby on that jam.
Not bad at all.
And it takes perfect timing to pull off that alley-oop, but these two guys seem to have that synergy between each other.
Now here's Turner, guarded closely. Here's Young. Here's Bynum. And that's the devastating one-handed jam.
Rough and rugged down there in the low post.
That's his trademark. Hard rebounds, hard finishes, up high and down hard.
And he never stops working. That's what I really appreciate about him, guys.
And that one's good. Clutch has got 15 points.
Another nice move from a player we've basically come to expect nothing less from.
Heinrich kicks to Bynum. Right. He feeds it to Young. Good look. Rebound by the Heat. Clutch has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Passes to Harrington. 3-pointer. That's good. Harrington's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That's 3 for 4 field goal shooting here in the 3rd, so offensively they're looking good.
Here's Young. Takes it up, and it's Bynum with the jam.
You know, that kind of play will get you some brownie points with your coach, no doubt.
And with your fans, too, Clark, on a big dunk like that.
And even with the announcers.
Oh, yeah!
We all love it.
Here's Harrington. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Young's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Heinrich passes to Young. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Well, he took that defender head on and threw down the 2-hander power jam.
Straight power there, guys.
Well, you got to love his determination.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. The feed now to Wade. Clock at 6. Good on the baseline, Jay. Wade's got 4 points in the quarter.
He got that one, but he hasn't been producing the way we're accustomed to. He needs to look for a shot a bit more.
And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA scoring-wise. And you look at Clutch, a top 5 scorer in the league. What a player he is.
You know what, Kevin? If you can put up big numbers every game, you put your team in excellent position to win. There's no question about that. A guy like this is definitely one of the keys to having a successful offense.
The shot's good from Bynum.
I think he's done his part to try to keep him in this game. It's been a solid effort from him, guys.
The Heat leading by 13.
Well, there's never been any question about the potential of Andrew Bynum. Got great skills down on the block, can block shots at the defensive end of the floor. The question mark really is his health. He's had to battle knee injuries throughout his career.
Boy, nice pick there, guys. I mean, gave him the space he needed for the hoop.
Here's Young. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. Heinrich's got his 5th assist in this one.
Soft defense right there. Way too soft.
Going back to Bynum, even playing Clark less than full strength, he can really impact the game.
Yeah, an effective shot blocker and post defender, Kevin, with excellent touch inside. His size helps him be a huge factor at both ends. He's really ramping it up now.
Heinrich kicks to Young. Pass to Wright. All alone. LeBron grabs the miss.
Well, I'll tell you what, the mid-range shot is not the easiest one to make, but when you've got daylight like he had there, I mean, those are shots you want to make.
Wade from down in the low post. It goes. Wade's got 12 in the game.
He's really done a nice job taking advantage of his opportunities in this half.
Heinrich dishes to Young. The shot. And the jumper from down low is good. Young's got 20 points.
Well, a nice little trend developing here, fellas. I mean, that's 8 of their last 10 from inside the paint.
Yeah, they're getting high percentage looks down there. Their offense is really clicking. I don't see why they wouldn't just continue to pound the ball inside. He made that offensive rebound count. Nice job collecting the second chance points.
Right, left side. Turner nails the wide open jump shot. He's got 10. Here's Clutch. 15 points in the game. Now the pass to Wade. Feeds to Harrington. Lets it go from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 4 assists in the game. And here's Heinrich. He's got 5. Dishes it to Turner. Puts it up from 15. And it's Haslam with the rebound. Haslam's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Unloads from 9. The dish to LeBron. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. He passes to Haslam. Harrington. Inside. Here's Clutch. Again, the Heat good for 2.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway, take the shot that's available. Let's see how the 76ers have performed over the last few weeks. 9th in field goal percentage, 10th in three-point shooting, and they're in the top half of the league in scoring as well. Not too shabby.
Yeah, they've shot the ball pretty well. You talked about that field goal percentage, and I think it just shows that they're playing well together, they're playing hard, and they're playing well at both ends of the floor, because in order to have a good field goal percentage, you have to play good defense as well.
It's been a nice game here for Young. He has 20 points, and with 2 steals today, he's made an impact defensively.
No question.
Back to Allen. It's tipped. Here's Clutch. LeBron outside. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
I tell you what, you need to archive that one for the highlight tape.
Oh, yeah, that is a keeper. You're correct.
Man, that was incredible.
Yeah.
And those plays will give your team a huge boost.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Sprite.
They have a nice lead here and have really controlled the glass for the majority of the game. Kudos to them for their strong effort on the backboards.
Yeah, and they're sending a message, too, Clark. They're really coming out and playing a very physical game here.
The 76ers trail by 21. And Bellinelli kicks to Bynum. Right, back to Bynum. He dishes it to Bellinelli. Six to shoot. With 1 on the clock. Miami grabs the miss.
And then he's having all sorts of problems with his shot.
I'm not sure he even has a shot right now, Steve, to be quite honest. Not a reliable one anyway. Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Pass to Hawes. Oh, trying for it. It's stolen by Harrington. Here's Clutch. Jams it straight down.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
Man, he is an absolute force when he gets near the hoop.
And Hawes kicks to Turner. That's good. Turner's got 12 points in the game.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
Here's Clutch. Outside for Harrington. A 3-ball, and that one's good. Harrington's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Starting to get it rolling, guys. That's 4 3-pointers for the game. 3 of them coming in this second half.
Here is Hawes, covered by LeBron. There's the pick. And Hawes kicks to Bynum. Harrington's there. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Shot's good by Turner.
Well, that makes 5 of their last 6 makes coming from inside.
Yeah, really focused on getting the ball into the paint because they're taking advantage of very porous defense down there.
34 seconds left in the third. Here's Clutch. Turner covering. And there's another one for the Heat.
Now they've got to offer more resistance inside. Just too many easy buckets in the paint.
Yeah, Steven, that's the top priority for any defense. You got to protect the paint.
Bynum with a screen on Chalmers. And Bellinelli kicks to Turner. Over Harrington. Again, Philadelphia. Here's Clutch. He's got 21. Fires for 3. No good. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Heat opening up a huge gap.
Be sure to check out the latest issue of Dime Magazine.
Welcome back. It's time for the fourth quarter and time to check in with the fourth member of our team, Doris Burke, to find out who had the Sprite uncontainable game. Doris?
Kev, as you might have guessed, the uncontainable game today goes to the Miami Heat. It's been one of those games for them where they've gotten all the breaks and all the rolls. I'm sure they won't complain about it, though.
Thanks again, Doris. The Heat leading by 22. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Clutch, he's in at shooting guard. LeBron James is out there with Al Harrington. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Haslam in at the 5 spot. The 76ers shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Young for 3. Rebound by the Heat. Wade's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And that rebound pushes their margin to +5 on the boards. Solid job on the glass.
Well, it's just part of what they've done here to build this big lead, and it shouldn't be overlooked. I mean, rebounding is a huge part of this game.
And the 76ers with some changes. Andrew Bynum's checked in for Brown. And it's Turner in for Nick Young. And Miami with a change here, too. Allen's checked in. They get it back. Kicks to right. Right, left side. Here's Heinrich on the money from 12 feet away. Now Wade.
I'll tell you what, I like the introduction of the zone defense about a decade ago because it cleaned up the game. It used to be with the illegal defense call that they had, teams would just rely heavily on isolation plays and clearing sides of the floor. The zone means you can't do that as much, so you have to be much more strategic in your approach offensively.
Heinrich passes to Young. Heinrich. He kicks it to Bynum. Sinks that one from the post.
Can't pass up that kind of look.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. The Heat leading by 22. Well, the worry with the zone, Steve, is what you were just talking about, is that it would lead to too much bunkering from teams, but it hasn't really been the case we've seen so far.
No, it hasn't really. It's been used, I think, as it should be. You know, kind of an alternate look, change in strategy. The best teams use it periodically, not as a steady diet. But you mix it in there, and I think you can use it to great effect.
You know, if their plan was to keep going inside a ton, it sure has paid off. I mean, it seems like every bucket they get is in the lane.
Well, no reason to take an outside shot if you're scoring at will from inside the paint.
76ers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Heinrich dishes to Young. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Heinrich's got 6 assists here tonight.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Thaddeus Young, Kevin. He's a great change of pace power forward. Too quick for big men, and then too tall for smaller guys who try to guard him. So he's a constant mismatch on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And while he lacks the strength and size to be an elite defender inside, he gets his share of blocks and steals because of his activity. And that athleticism helps him there as well. I like that one-handed spike right there.
Yeah, that's how it's done.
Yes, sirree.
Yeah, he's not going to miss many of those.
He feeds it to Haslam. Baseline J on the way, and the shot is good.
Boy, he's been...
Here's LeBron. Passes it to Haslam. Back to LeBron. Now the feed to Haslam. Here's Clutch. And it's blocked by Bynum. Heinrich with it. And the pass to Turner.
You know, it always takes 3 or 4 years to really evaluate a draft class. But you look back at that 2005 draft class now, that was just an amazing draft. Incredible depth, some great NBA players, not only in the first round, but coming out of the second round as well.
Heinrich outside. Back to Young. Young, right side. Another miss by Philadelphia. And just some of the names from the draft you mentioned. Bogut, Bynum, Chris Paul, Darren Williams, Steve, all at the top, but the depth was incredible.
Yeah, look at later on in that draft, Kevin, David Lee picked by the Knicks at the end of the first round, and guys in the second round like Monte Ellis, Marcin Gortat, Brandon Bass, Lou Williams. Ultimately, that 2005 class turned out to be really, really strong.
Here's Heinrich, gets it to go.
And with the defense playing that well, the double clutch was the only way he was going to get that ball off.
The Heat leading by 19. Here's Clutch. Back to LeBron. Feeds it to Haslam. And that one's good. The 76ers have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Here's Young. Again, Young missing.
Well, unfortunately, he just has not been able to produce offensively to this point.
Here's Clutch over Heinrich, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Young's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Heinrich gets to Young. Bynum, the pass to Heinrich. Pass to Young. Second chance shot. Buries the jump shot. Young's got 28 points for the game.
They've got some good second chances here in the second half, and that kind of extra effort will go a long way into cutting into this deficit. The lift they've gotten from him today has been huge. I mean, he's been steady offensively and has helped them get out in front here so far.
Here's Turner. The shot is off. Now the Heat take it the other way. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
Yeah, some good games going on, and that Cleveland one especially.
Heinrich off a pick from Bynum. Dishes it to Young. The dish now to Bynum. It's hauled in by Dwayne Wade.
Hey, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful. A great move to the hoop, capped off with the finger roll. He's an outstanding finisher in close.
Bynum sets a screen for Heinrich. And that one's good.
Came off the screen and did what I call a right now move, right to the rim. The defense had no time to recover.
The Heat leading by 23. Haslam a screen. LeBron with it. Picked up by Turner. And Wade slams it in.
Flawless alley-oop that time. That's some real stylish basketball there.
Almost looks like a play they've been rehearsing for a while.
Well, that's the beauty of the alley-oop. It appears that way, but really it's just timing and sort of an innate sense of awareness between two teammates.
And here's Young from the arc. The shot will not go. Great D that time from LeBron.
Well, they are getting out-rebounded here. It's showing up on the scoreboard as well.
Yeah, it's something they're going to have to improve upon if they're going to win this game. Now, the offensive efficiency has been really important. I think that's been the difference.
Well, you know, I think it's pretty simplistic, but it does oftentimes come down to this, making shots, and that's what they've done.
And it's Haslam with the rebound. Haslam's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's LeBron, and Andrew Bynum pulls it down. Bynum's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. To the paint, here's Turner. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. Turner's got 10 points in just the second half.
They are in attack mode right now. That's 10 straight points, guys, all coming inside the paint.
And Steve, if I'm them, I'd keep going right to the heart of that defense like they have been until they do something about it. If they don't offer resistance, take everything you can get in there.
Shot's good. Clutch has got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, the D just letting them go inside with impunity. Way, way too easy.
That's 10 of their last 12 points now in the paint area.
Bynum kicks to Young. Back to Bynum. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Haslam's there. Shot clock at 5. Easy shot. Straight up. And Young with the stuff.
He spoke loud on making a statement that play.
Yeah, that was brute force battling for the offensive board, then taking it right back up there.
That's just all about strength and energy, guys.
And it's Wade penetrating. Gets it to go.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
Heinrich outside. Back to Bynum. And it's Miami with the rebound. Now here's LeBron. Here's Clutch. Rebound by the 76ers. Turner's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pulls up, high post. The shot by Heinrich no good.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Not the kind of pass you want to be making right there.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
And that'll wrap it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and thanks for tuning in.
It's just been announced that you were once again named Player of the Week. Does this come as a surprise at all after the way you've been playing?
It's a nice surprise, sure. I had a pretty good week and the guys kept telling me to shoot the ball, so I did. I can't say I expected to get Player of the Week for it, though. And I really can't say I expected to be winning this thing again not too long after the last one. It's a great honor, though. I definitely appreciate the recognition.